Good afternoon. The flood situation in Terengganu and Kelantan has worsened, with the number of flood-affected residents continuing to increase. In Terengganu, the number of evacuees has increased to 4,419, and they have been placed in 90 flood relief shelters or PPS. According to a report by the Terengganu State Disaster Management Secretariat, Kemaman recorded the highest number of evacuees, with 2,158 people from 579 families placed in 21 PPS. Meanwhile, in Kelantan, the number of residents affected by floods increased to 3,546 people. They are being placed in 33 PPS in 5 districts, namely Kuala Krai, Tanah Merah, Jeli, Pasir Putih and Pasir Mas. Now, Pasir Mas recorded the highest increase in evacuees following continuous downpour, with 2,455 residents evacuated to 10 PPS. The launch of Citra Warna Keluarga Malaysia 2022 by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob last night marked the revival of the tourism carnival after it was last held 4 years ago in 2017. The Premier said Kuching, as the choice venue for the event, was also in line with the theme Festival of Cultural Diversity.
Daripada hidangan makanan tempatan seperti yang disebutkan oleh Datuk Patinggi, iaitu mi kolok, laksa Sarawak, kek lapis Sarawak, persembahan seni tari pelbagai etnik, sehinggalah jualan kraft tangan, semuanya mempunyai keunikan sendiri. Maka tidak heranlah sambutan festival mega ini cukup signifikan dari segi tagline Malaysia Truly Asia.
The Citra Warna Keluarga Malaysia 2022 program, held over 4 days from February 24th, aims to bring the general public, especially Sarawakians, closer to Malaysian arts, culture and tourism activities. Throughout the carnival, a variety of tourism programs and activities have been lined up. And this includes a Sarawak Drum Festival, Sarawak Craft Festival, Malaysian Textile Craft Fashion Show, Gastronomy Exhibition, Sape Concert and Fireworks Show, and Water Fountain Musical. In a related development, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri also announced a special aid announced in Budget 2022 for over 20,000 tourism entrepreneurs registered under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, or MOTAC. The aid will be distributed in 2 phases, which will take place next month and then in May. The Prime Minister said the recipients include 10,000 tour guides who will get 1,500 ringgit each, 5,592 tour agencies receiving 9,000 ringgit each, and 3,100 homestay operators receiving 1,800 ringgit each. He expressed hopes that these initiatives will help revitalize the tourism sector and make Malaysia a destination of choice among global travellers. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri said the Langkawi International Tourism Bubble, or the LITB project, has generated over 28 million ringgit in revenue to Langkawi's economy since its implementation in November last year. The Premier added that a total of 5,686 foreign tourists have made use of the project to travel to Malaysia. He said the initiative was a pilot project to test the readiness of the tourism sector, as well as industry players and government agencies in adapting to the new norms. The Premier further explained that no COVID-19 clusters have resulted from the LITB travellers, with only 1% of them found to be positive in categories 1 and 2 during screening at KLIA and Langkawi. Encouraging feedback from those involved in the LITB has given the government confidence to continue implementing it until the nation's borders reopen fully. As such, the relevant ministries and agencies will continue to devise more programs and initiatives that will allow for the reopening in stages. And now some updates on the Johor state election. There are currently 2.5 million registered voters eligible to vote for their candidate of choice in 56 seats of the State Assembly. Now, the Election Commission, or the EC, expressed hopes that campaigning activities can be done in a harmonious and orderly manner according to the rules and protocol. Towards this, the EC announced the formation of the 56 Election Campaign Enforcement Team, or PPKPR, to monitor activities of all the candidates during campaigning. Now, this is to ensure that all their actions and campaigning methods are adhering to the stipulated standard operating procedures, or SOPs. COVID-19 prevention measures for this election will also be conducted and strictly upheld in all the processes of the election. And this extends to the printing and checking of voting papers, retrieval and counting of postal votes, checking of voting boxes, and conducted throughout the campaigning period, polling day and voting count day. The campaigning period has already begun and will last until 11:59 p.m. on 11th of March. The Rubber Industry Smallholders Development Authority, or RISDA, welcomes the suggestion to control rubber pricing among International Tripartite Rubber Council, or ITRC, members Malaysia, Indonesia and Thailand. Now, its chairman, Datuk Sri Muhammad Salim, said Malaysia, Indonesia and Thailand must work together and reach a mutual agreement to benefit from the proposal.
Harapan kita supaya ianya dapat direalisasikan bersama dalam soal meletakkan harga lantai getah, kerana semua pengeluar mesti duduk semeja bersama-sama agar pengeluaran ini dapat dijamin harga yang baik, dan manakala impak kepada pekebun kecil juga mendapat pendapatan yang baik menjelang tahun 2025.
The production of rubber in Malaysia in 2021 amounted to 469 metric tons, which is an 8.7% decrease from the previous year. Now, this brings Malaysia to the 7th ranking in global rubber production. All 14 anglers and 4 crew members on board a boat that went missing off Langkawi waters yesterday have been found safe. Kedah and Perlis Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, or MMEA Director, First Maritime Admiral Muhammad Zawawi Abdullah, said the 18 of them were rescued by local fishermen yesterday evening. He said 2 of them had sustained injuries and were receiving treatment at Hospital Sultanah Maliha, Langkawi. According to initial reports, their boat was believed to have capsized at about 2 p.m. Now, all of them, who were from Banting, Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, had departed from the Kuala Perlis Fisherman Jetty last Thursday and were scheduled to return on Sunday morning. Muhammad Zawawi advised those with plans for sea activities to get prior updates on weather conditions and to ensure safety and communications equipment are adequate before venturing out to the sea.
Tibanya 18 pemancing itu terdapat 2 pemancing yang mengalami kecederaan yang melibatkan salah seorangnya kemungkinan disyaki mengalami kaki patah dan seorang lagi kecederaan pada sebelah tangan kiri. Lain-lain pemancing dan juga kru seramai 16 orang lagi alhamdulillah dapati sihat. Walau bagaimanapun kita akan melakukan ujian kesihatan juga untuk 16 lagi pemancing dan kru yang diselamatkan.
Poland, Nur Shafika Hamza has emerged as the first athlete to contribute to a gold medal to the country at the 2022 Southeast Asia Pencak Silat Championship in Singapore. The 8th edition of the championship, which took place at the OCBC Arena, saw Nur Shafika exhibiting an astounding performance to collect 9.985 points, beating the host country's exponent, Siti Nazura Muhammad Yusof, who collected 9.93 points in the Jurus Tunggal Putri event. Nur Shafika said the win was a good start for her, and she promised to bring home a medal from the SEA Games scheduled to take place from the 12th to the 23rd of May in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Ini satu permulaan bagi saya. Untuk menang kalah sebenarnya belakang kira, tapi saya fikir untuk puaskan hati saya, sebab lama kita tak keluar game, so untuk puaskan hati saya, hati coach saya, untuk puaskan hati dia dan untuk buat yang terbaik. Alhamdulillah saya dapat. So untuk target saya punya SEA Games nanti, insyaAllah saya bagi medal.
Meanwhile, the Regu Putri trio, Meriwati Manue, Fatin Ardani Zamri and Siti Nur Kairunisa had to settle for silver after garnering 9.895 points in the event. The host trio of Amira Sahrin, Ifa Batriciano and Nora Shikian Zulkifli won the gold medal with 9.945 points. Very well done. Johor Darul Takzim JDT beat Kuala Lumpur KL City FC 3-0 at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium in Iskandar Putri, Johor last night to defend the Charity Shield for a record 5th time in a row. Now, goals by midfielder Muhammad Nazmi Faiz Mansour and new import striker Fernando Forestry put JDT ahead 2-0 in the first half before substitute Muhammad Afiq Fazail completed the team's glorious night with a third goal at the end of the match. The success at home sees the Southern Tiger squad lift the Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Cup for the 7th time in 8 seasons. Benjamin Mora's men, who lost to KL City FC in the final of the Malaysia Cup 2021 last December, started the game with real purpose, creating some dangerous chances in the first 10 minutes. The big break came in the 26th minute when Mohammad Nazmi cleverly slipped past KL City's defence to put in a neat header, bringing cheers to tens of thousands of spectators. 5 minutes later, 32-year-old former Udinese and Watford striker Forestry hammered in a thunderous right-footed shot from outside the penalty box. The visitors came out better in the second half, and new import player Kevin Kubemba made an on-target header in the 46th minute. Refusing to give up, Boyan made several changes, including bringing on striker Muhammad Hadin Azman, but it was not to be their night. Following a weak-headed attempt at goal by KL City FC captain Paulo Jose in the 84th minute, JDT launched a counter-attack which saw Muhammad Afiq lashed in a volley from outside the penalty box to make it 3-0. During the post-match press conference, Mora hailed his team's composure and discipline, as well as new signing Forestry's performance throughout the 90 minutes of play to win the cup.
He did a great job. He helped the team, and of course this is why he is here, because he is a JDT player, and he showed it today by being a player that we all can trust.
Because it's my first game, really intensity, because when you train maybe it's different when you play, but I tried to do what the gaffer, the coach asked me to do it, and I'm happy to be here.
This afternoon, in our top story, Russia continues Ukraine offensive from all directions. Tune into News at 10, coming up at 10 p.m. on Saluran Berita RTM on My Freeviews channel 123. You can also stream the news by surfing RTM Click. We now leave you with visuals from Walt Disney Company's newest theme park offering, the 2-night Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience, opening on the 1st of March at Walt Disney World in Orlando, which puts guests into a story set on the Halcyon, a sleek space vessel said to be the place where Princess Leia and Han Solo took their honeymoon. Thank you for watching. I'm Jessica Lee.